Dawn Wells and Candice Bly have been unusually quiet on YouTube recently. I wonder if it's the calm before the storm. What's cooking behind the scenes, or is the pressure on after Dawn's horrendous threats last week to both Josh, from the lab, as well as his stepsister Mary? Disgusting and very serious threats to them both. Mary contacted me this morning with some new and unseen texts from Dawn. He was chatting with her last weekend, and she wanted to share them with me. Honestly, some of the things he shares in these texts are rather bizarre. I don't buy anything he says. I feel like Dawn is always just trying to cover his own tracks and look out for just one person, and that's not Summer, it's himself. Very proud of Mary to call him out and say what we have all been thinking for months on end. Dawn wanted to know if Mary really believed he was so evil to have a hand in Summer's disappearance. After she says yes, he goes on to say he is not the evil person she wants him to be. Then she says what has been on my mind since the beginning. Why did Dawn and Candice never plead for their beautiful daughter? Not one time have we heard them plead for her safe return. Why is that? We all want to know. To make matters worse, we saw Dawn talk about seeing Summer in the resurrection during his first on-camera interview. Mary called him out on that too. She said that instead of pleading for Summer's return since he was convinced she was abducted, he talked about seeing her in the resurrection. Make that make sense? We all have the same questions. Of course, Dawn had an excuse ready for that too, and it's a common one. It was his first time on camera, and he was nervous. Mary then said even if nervous, one would still plead for their child. I mean, isn't that normal reaction of a parent to a missing child? That's the main priority, bottom line. He then asked Mary why she was judging him so harshly, and that she is judging him on every mistake. Then Mary says she is not judging him, just pointing out things that should have been done from the very beginning. I mean, when he said he will see her in the resurrection, it pretty much told everyone that he knew Summer wasn't with us no more. Now this next part is what really gets to me. I'm so infuriated and I think it's all lies. So, Dawn says that at the time of Summer's disappearance, he thought one of the local meth heads got her, and most likely killed her. But now they are thinking in a whole new direction, but he can't talk about it. Apparently, he can say that there's hope Summer is alive. So, what is this new direction, or is this another ploy to manipulate and talk his way out of things? Drop your thoughts down below.